right, it's midweek. We had a nice day out fishing on Saturday. Bluegill on a crankbait.
Sorry.
Oh, nice. Perche. And now I'm craving a little midweek fishing action. I sneaked out yesterday morning before work, like 20 minutes, threw a wacky Senko and managed to get a really quick and easy bite on some schooled up small bass, some largemouth. They were about a pound and a half. And now it is almost sunset. Gonna try to hit up that same spot, although now it's not clear. It's really clear. Now it's not cloudy like it was that day. Conditions are a little different. I'm gonna try throwing maybe a wacky Senko or some other kind of worm and hope I can get onto the bite again. Just want to show you the simple way to wacky-rig a Senko worm. A lot of these guys out there, you know, that are fishing hardcore and going through baits, they want to save their baits and they use a different rig. They actually slip a rubber band over the Senko and then they put the hook through the rubber band so that when the fish bites, the rubber band essentially allows the worm to slide up the hook. It's just a different setup. It saves your worm. It makes your worm last longer. It doesn't get torn up by the hook as much. For me, I'm going with the simple, plain old method here. I'm going to hook through there near the center. Kind of pop out the other side if you can see that. And then instead of leaving that big piece of shank sticking up here, I like to turn it a little bit. Like that. You know what? I'm going to revisit that. There we go. Back it up and hide a little bit more of that hook shank we were just talking about. I don't like to back through and go again. Usually it does cause the worm to wear out a little quicker, but right there we go. That's typically how I wacky rig a worm. Some guys barely skin hook them through, but you know, I want the worm to stay on. All right, let's get to it. So just a quick thought here on fishing neighborhood ponds. A lot of them are kind of deep in the center and they're, you know, kind of ledged up on the sides with a nice trough down the middle. Often there's a section where there's a bit of vegetation, grass growing, whatever, maybe even a down tree, you know, something like that. Things I try to consider are, you know, daily movement patterns, what makes sense. For me, I'm not going to fish a shallow area when I know there's a lot of, you know, great blue heron or some kind of predatory birds in the area, which we do have a lot of here. So I think I'm going to target, you know, ledges and drop-offs where it goes from shallow to deep and see what happens. All right, did okay on the Senko. He hit it great on this, I think on the first drop, honestly. I kind of gave a little twitch and I felt something, so I reeled down and snagged him. I mean, he's not huge, but it's a nice first fish. Dude, I think I found the key to this pond so far. I mean, it's just right on the first drop. 2 in a row. Love it. Oh, he ran with it. That was a strong bite. Woo. Get him through there. All right. air temperature is pretty warm. I know the water temperature hasn't caught up yet. Spring has really just arrived here recently in Delaware, so I'm moving the bait kind of slow. I'm letting it drop. Sometimes they're hitting it on the first drop, which is nice, a good sign. But when I do twitch it, just give it a small pop and then let it fall. Let it pop, pop, and fall. I'm not elevating it, you know, a foot or two in the water column, just a few inches, and then kind of dead sticking it for a few seconds there, letting it sit. Senkos have a really slow kind of a fall, unless you weight them. This is great. It's like every cast I'm getting another fish. They're hitting it pretty aggressively. Again, not big fellas, but super fun. I gotta stop the video to call my kids and tell them to get out here and catch a few with me. All right, the sun is starting to dip low. I'm not sure how much longer this bite's gonna last, but it has been un fuego for sure. I seem to be getting bit really consistently right along the edge of the drop-off, which was kind of my plan. I love when things go according to plan. God, that doesn't usually happen. Got him. Oh, it's got a lot of pull for such a subtle bite. Woo! All right, all along that edge. Let's see if I get something. I mean, I've caught like 7 or 8 fish right there, within 10 feet of that spot. Got him. You want him? Sure. Grab him, dude.
Is he gone?
Just get close to it. Grab the line and then pull it close. Yeah. That was nice. We continued to get fish for another 20 minutes until dark. I'm looking forward to another fishing opportunity this weekend on a different body of water, but using soft plastics again. I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.